Hey, folks, the countdown to 2026 is on. You may have noticed. And apparently, this is the year that I am going to finally try to be just a little bit less of a cookie monster. Now, I'm saying the word try with intentionality behind it because that goal, which is small, very human, and maybe slightly ridiculous, it connects to something much bigger that I've been thinking about lately when it comes to AI, learning, and how we make sense of information. On the Shifting Schools podcast, we are going to release another conversation with the brilliant Dr. Michael Greger. You might know him from any of the many documentaries that his nutritional expertise has featured in. He a lot of different best-selling books. He also has just an incredible library of resources. And what I really appreciate about Dr. Greger is that he's super explicit about something that we don't talk, I think, enough about when we're talking about nutritional guidance, and that is that health is a media literacy issue. What research gets amplifies, what gets simplified, what gets distorted, and what sticks with us when it comes to nutritional guidance, who funds that, and why. Now, if you're anything like me, when you're working towards a goal, whether it's health, it's learning, it's leadership, you don't just want the information of the goal. You need nudges. You need reminders of what it is that you're working towards, why you're doing it. So after my second conversation with Dr. I didn't just want to kind of have a meal plan that was static. I wanted something that really evokes the idea of information architecture. Now, because I am not a super skilled artist, tools like Google's NotebookLM, when they released the newer infographic feature, I was very excited. So I've been putting that tool to work for me to help organize some of the research that I've been digging into. And here's the part that I really want to underscore here. I've not used it just to summarize or to make information pretty. I've given it design constraints and I've given it values. So, one of my biggest motivators for trying to be a little bit healthier in the new year is because I love my dog. I actually have a number of neighborhood dog friends, and I want to be able to play hard with them in the very cold winter that I have here in Ottawa. So, when I was working on my daily meal planner, I wanted to make sure that dogs were a part of that value visual nudge. You can see what it came up with, and you might notice, sure, this is a tool that occasionally makes a spelling mistake. I do that too. What impresses me, and again, what I want to highlight in this example, is that this tool is following the structure and the design logic I gave it incredibly well. This is information architecture doing its job. And the thing is, I've been using NotebookLM not just to make me less of a cookie monster, but after a workshop that I facilitated last week, with the permission of the cohort that I was leading, I took our notes, which were messy, they were thoughtful, and I asked NotebookLM to take that information and to generate something very specific. I wanted it to give a futures literacy triptych that was based on our ideas. I wanted it to reorganize our notes to demonstrate kind of the past way of thinking, to look at what's emerging, and then to ideate on an alternative future. You can see, yet again, it's followed that logic. It also followed the specific color scheme and design guardrails that I gave it. And, just yesterday, I'm preparing for a free online event that's coming up January 13th that's looking at AI and social emotional learning. The link, if you would like to register, is free. That's in the description of this video. This is the prompt that I gave NotebookLM. I had already uploaded a bit of research that I want to make sure is a part of that January 13th. experience. And what I told to the NotebookLM infographic feature was this, quote, generate an analysis funnel using the research papers. The color scheme should be a hue of blues, hues of oranges. I want you to incorporate a yellow legal pad. Do not use any humans in the imagery. Please use 3D textured icons. That's it. Just a few sentences. And again, as you can see, using those directions, NotebookLM is doing a really great job of bringing that research, that information to life. And this is precisely why I think that information architecture is maybe one of our most underrated AI-related skills right now. You know, this is when we're talking about information architecture, we're talking about thinking through, we've got data, what aspects of the data belong together? What should come first? What do we want emphasized? What are some organizing principles that might help us think about this information in a really unique way? You know, AI is great at generating. We're seeing that. But it needs us to organize meaning. So right now, those of you that are fans of different graphic organizers, I would strongly recommend now is a perfect time to lean into this, to test what is possible with tools like this, to find out where the limitations are still. But we want to help learners explore not just different ways to organize information. You know, I was walking through the idea of an analysis funnel, a triptych, a weekly meal plan. We also want learners to understand what makes information more digestible for them personally. So here's an experiment you could try today. You could try tomorrow. Take any of the infographics from this video. And again, the link to download them is in the video description. Take any of those 3 examples, share it with the learners, and ask one question. What would be a better way for you to organize this information? Not the best way, their way. What values might bring that information to life? As you can probably tell, I love dogs. I love yellow legal pads. And as a lifelong Mets fan, I love orange and blue together. These preferences are not distractions from my learning. They're anchors for my learning. So are we talking to our learners about, you know, what they love that they could integrate into their own infographics, their own notes? Because now we can personalize our notes in minutes. So the real work, I think, is learning how to make that personalization meaningful for learning and also in order to better understand ourselves and each other. If this resonates, I'd love for you to experiment with it. If you want to go a little bit deeper, leave a question or a comment. I am hoping to put together a more specific set of guidance on how we can use information architecture alongside of generative AI. Thanks again.